This is the most truthless science experiment in history. All test subjects are living people, using the molecular technology of machines to scan humans first, to separate the soul from the body, then use the printing concentrate bit by bit. After spending the last 749 days, a ghost will be born. The ghost at this time has completely escaped from the cycle of birth and death, although accompanied by countless sufferings, but at the same time will overcome the power of this world. Ghosts can ignore all attacks with human weapons. Even a tank with great destructive power, in front of it, it became as soft as a tofu pulp. Not only that, the human eye can't see them. Just touching the internal organs in the body will immediately freeze to death. Strangely, the skin was also burned and corroded. The person who first created them claimed to have opened a magic box, releasing all the evil in the world. But the result one day happened: a devastating disaster. A part of ghosts broke the bond. They quickly killed their creator. Then, because they couldn't be seen by the naked eye, the army also suffered a catastrophic defeat. The powerless senior leaders reached out to Dr. Berlin thinking that his invention of electronic pulse technology and spectral goggles might be able to resist the invasion of ghosts. For the first time, through the camera, he saw the ghost, so terrified that he could not speak. He believes that this is just an unidentified scientific and technical weapon, not a warlike ghost as the locals say. In order to investigate the truth, he decided to use his invented spectrophotometer. As long as something appeared, it would be impossible to hide. So the army sent out special forces soldiers as security guards to set off. After the soldiers kicked out the door, they found a lot of bodies. Strangely, there were no wounds on their bodies, and there were no signs of shooting at the scene. At this moment, the bathtub next to it made a noise. After turning it over, finding one lucky soldier still alive, he told everyone that all the soldiers were dead. At the same time, the soldiers upstairs encountered the ghost. At first he thought there was a problem with the goggles. After taking it off, without any detection, he put his glasses back on to see the ghost's entire face clearly. After a shot that did not deal any damage, less than a second was killed by the ghost. The rest of the people, after being informed of the news, prepared to go to aid, but under the attack of the ghost, they all died in an instant. The soldiers on the second floor didn't know what was going on, and they also encountered unexpected things. The terrified soldiers shot down in all directions, but to no avail. Seeing this situation, the doctor ordered to withdraw. When the soldiers swing down from the window, discovering something even more terrifying, it turns out that ghosts can also fly and penetrate walls. In a few short minutes, more than half of the soldiers died. Through the spectrophotometer, the doctor was able to see the real form of the ghost. Although it is a demon, it has an appearance similar to that of a human. Receiving the doctor's instructions, the captain picked up a heavy weapon and aimed at the target, hoping to be able to destroy this ghost. After the smoke cleared, the doctor through the spectral camera saw the ghost once again rush to attack and kill the captain. At the same time, the soldiers ran out from the corridor. One by one, all of them were pierced by the ghost. At this time, the remaining soldiers lost all will to fight. The armored vehicle driver escaped, and the armored vehicle ran in a panic, accidentally activating the mines buried by the soldiers in the ground. Previously, the remaining vehicle was also destroyed. The doctor led the rest of them forward. They came to an abandoned building. According to preliminary statistics, a total of 19 soldiers had died, and they didn't even know what it was. Based on previously known information, the doctor only knows that ghosts have human-like appearance and perception. The rest is unknown. Now everyone's goggles are broken. Everyone is like lambs about to be killed. The doctor commanded everyone to put the spectral camera on a high point so that he could see the. At this moment, he discovered the weak point of the ghost. All ghosts were trapped by iron dust on the ground, unable to move forward. Iron dust on the ground fortunately surrounded the building. Apparently someone did this on purpose, to protect the people living here. After investigating, they discovered two sisters. Through the words of the two children, it is known that the people who spread the iron dust are the parents of the two children. Unfortunately, when they spread iron dust to defend, they were killed by ghosts. On the body he discovered a piece of porcelain and a map named Mary Ruby. The little girl told them ghosts appeared from this place. The soldiers contacted headquarters. A helicopter would come to pick them up soon, but it was 800 meters from here. Seeing a lot of iron dust here, the doctor instructed people to make weapons from iron dust, then used his spectrophotometer to make a headlamp, so people could see the ghost with his eyes. Normal eye. When everything was ready, the doctor discovered that the building they were in was completely surrounded by ghosts. Desperation clings to everyone's heart. Now only risking their lives to fight may have a way to live. The soldier led the attack, using a grenade that was made with iron dust to besiege the ghost. But the duration of the effect is very short. The ghost very quickly get out of the siege. Under their relentless pursuit, the soldiers began to die one after another. At a pivotal moment, the doctor's spectral floodlight also lost its effectiveness. In desperation, aid troops arrived at the scene in tanks. This has given everyone hope. Just don't underestimate the number of ghosts on the opposite side. The second battle officially broke out, originally thinking that the tank's rocket could do certain damage to the ghost. The results were all just a fantasy. They flew into the air and rushed to the reinforcements. The war was completely tilted to one side. All the soldiers had absolutely no chance to fight back, were destroyed by ghosts. Even their tank of pride was gently destroyed by the ghost. When about to face death, the helicopter finally arrived on the scene. In a critical moment, the doctor decided to give all his strength. He removed the iron dust grenade on his body and detonated it in front of all the ghosts. Taking advantage of the strong wind of the helicopter, the iron dust was blown into each ghost, temporarily stopping their attack. Taking this opportunity, everyone got on the helicopter, finally escaped. The little girl hiding in the asylum told Doctor, "My father made porcelain for Mary Ruby. The ghost also came from that power plant." At this point, the doctor understood everything, recalling the soldier who was saved before by hiding under the porcelain bath to be able to escape. Even when the ghosts attack, they can't penetrate the tank because the tank's body is covered with a layer of porcelain. This also means that ghosts are not born naturally, but they are man-made. In the world, in addition to natural materials such as solids, liquids and gases, there is also a kind of artificial instacondensate. They cannot penetrate porcelain but can penetrate walls, because the temperature is extremely low, so when exposed, they will die instantly. This fits perfectly with all the characteristics of ghosts. To create clumps like this requires huge amounts of energy. So, the girl's father works at the Mary Ruby nuclear power plant, where ghosts are created. Just having a plasma discharge gun can destroy all ghosts. The doctor then ordered everyone to disassemble the existing weapons, successfully making a plasma gun. Finally, the final decisive battle broke out. People fly fighter planes to the Mary Ruby nuclear power plant to verify the use of the plasma gun. The soldier plugged in 4 backup chargers and opened the viewfinder, aimed at the ghost in front, prepared everything and waited quietly. At this time, the ghost in front of them also discovered their existence. Seeing that the time is ripe, a soldier pulls the trigger. When the plasma gun bullet hits the ghost, a violent explosion immediately erupts, confirming that a ghost has been successfully destroyed. Can act, the whole attack together. The soldiers who received all orders landed and headed towards the center of the ghost and began to attack. At this time, the doctor led a group of people from outside into the dark cellar. He needed to clarify the reason for the ghost incident this time. When he just went inside, he encountered a ghost ambush here. Obviously this ghost is different from the appearance of the ghosts outside. It dodged the plasma gun again and again, luring the doc's crew completely inside. To be ready to complete the mission, the soldiers were prepared to sacrifice their lives to protect the doctor. The battle on this side was also extremely fierce. In the past, because ghosts could not be seen, and there were no weapons that could kill ghosts, the army was constantly defeated. But now, with the help of a plasma gun and goggles, it is finally possible to fight back with drive. After opening the iron door, they finally discovered a truth. There is a complete ghost-making line here, the machines still working 24 out of 24 hours to create the ghosts. Then saw countless ghosts surrounded, next to a broken prison gate. Apparently there were testers who were killed by escaped ghosts before. They found the machine console. In the end, simply cutting off the links could end it all. The ghosts, aware of the danger, also began to break down the exit door, preventing the doctor from destroying everything. When everyone thought it was over, a strange phenomenon appeared. The ghosts that had been dissipated, suddenly revived, and moreover, began to gather in one spot. The power was even stronger than the single ghosts before. They pierced the bodies of soldiers. Watching the soldiers fall one by one, the captain mobilized all the plasma guns together. Prepare to pour all your energy for the final blow. The big shot was terrible, directly knocking the captain away. Affected by the force of the explosion, the portal that traps the ghost is also broken, and at the last moment before everyone is pierced by the ghost, the doctor finally cuts the link between the machines. At the same time, all the ghosts were blown up, then completely vanished into nothingness. At the end of the movie, the doctor goes to the last room, where a large number of corpses are kept, each of which is a living being. Now they have lived better than death. Unable to bear to see them continue to suffer, the doctor unplugged their life-sustaining machine, helping them to escape.